Yeah. That was corny. I still had to try it. That was funny. Finally. Yo, welcome to another JefeCast. It is I, the Jefe Hippie. Phil. Phil, we supposed to do a podcast today. I don't know what happened to Phil. I can't stop what I'm doing. We're going to alter the podcast. I was just going to talk Black Panther with Phil, but since Phil stood me up, thank you, Phil. I am going to talk about everything else I want to talk about. So we're going to go over couple of movies and shows I've been watching lately, and just review them with you. Um, Obviously, Black Panther it's the focal point here, but I did see a few movies. Smile on Netflix, Lost Bullet 2, which I kind of came across an accident. Need to go watch Lost Bullet 1. I saw Piranha, randomly hilarious, goofy movie, but it was quite entertaining. It's like, I don't even know, like Girls Gone Wild meet Jaws. I don't know. It was interesting. The Boy 2, I did like The Boy, and The Stranger. I was watching something about the chalk. Something about this little girl who won't walk outside the chalk. I watched a good portion of that, but I think I might have fell asleep. I never got to figure out why she would she wouldn't leave outside the chalk outlines, and then she got kidnapped or taken or something. So I got to go back and watch that. But as far as those are the movies, as far as TV, Manifest season 4, Killer Sally documentary. These are Netflix. Sins of Our Mother, Netflix. Capturing the Killer Nurse, and The Watcher. So let's dive right into this. Obviously, we're going to talk Black Panther first, because I tried to give people a chance to see the movie before I came out and did a whole breakdown of the movie, or what I thought. So now that everybody, I feel you've had almost about a week, just about a week. It is a week, right? Today's Friday, Thursday. So it's been technically a week. Thursday release. If you haven't seen it, sorry. But basically, the movie, my overall thoughts on the movie was tremendous. I was one of these people that was very skeptical about Shuri, like being the Black Panther. I didn't know because it wasn't. It's just I needed a good story. It needed to make sense. It just because you need a Black Panther, somebody to fill the role, it just was. It's like that wasn't a good enough reason for me. Like, for all of that, you could recast. Just don't throw in somebody and not make me feel something for them, right? Because that's the thing. You want to connect with the people that you're watching on screen. So, um, I want to say that Ryan Coogler, man, great job. Like, at least in my opinion, the story was written beautifully. I had seen a couple of people saying, like, well, a guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he was disappointed that they didn't really just focus on Chadwick Boseman's death. Geek culture. I like geek culture. No, not geek culture. That's the wrong person. Sorry. That's Rob. That's not what I'm talking about. I'll think of him in a little bit. But anyways, he was complaining, basically saying they didn't spend a lot of time like, mourning the Chadwick Boseman, and they just kind of like moved on. And it's like, yeah, because that's how life works. Can't have a whole movie like you're basically taken away from where the next level to the next step in the story if you just center around, like pay the homage, give your tribute, and then let's move on. I thought it was really good. They paid a great tribute to him. But overall, I thought the movie was really good. I thought that the story leading to Shuri becoming Black Panther was really good. It had me rooting for it by the end. I love Namor's character. I love seeing the people of Namor, like the imagery is beautiful. Like the blue skin, the hairdress, the little thing like having the water mask, they throwing water bombs. I mean, it was really creative when Shuri entered into um Namor's, his homeland. It was like dope, bro. Like the way they had the city built. I mean, it was really cool, especially because you got Avatar about to come out. They're gonna do a bunch of underwater exploration and stuff. It was really beautiful, yo. Like, and again, like I said, I wasn't the biggest Shuri be Black Panther, but by the end of that movie, by the time she became Black Panther, by the time it was, you could see she was going to be the Black Panther. You're rooting for, like, yo, like, um, and then I was really like, once it got to the end, because everybody like, I was thinking, how was she going to beat? How is Shuri, who's not truly a fighter? I mean, she can fight, but she's not known to be a fighter. How is she going to beat this fighter? Like, Namor is a dog. How are you going to beat him? They had a really good idea of how to weaken him, and I was just like, don't kill him. Like, please don't kill him, because there's so many. There's still so much in villains, anti-heroes stories to be told. Just don't take them off the, you know what I'm saying? Like Ultron. Just take you. I mean, even though we kind of know he's still out there somewhere, it's like y'all just take these guys right off the. Y'all killed Killmonger. Y'all just you don't have to kill every, what I'm saying, superhero. I mean, villain. Like, that's why DC is kind of cool. They keep Joker alive. They'll keep Penguin. They'll keep the guys alive. Like, not Marvel. Nope. One and done, and you're gone. But it's like I was really impressed that Namor. He looked great. So basically, I'm gonna try to remember. I saw this last Thursday. Um, Basically starts off where Chadwick Boseman. Excuse me, the Black Panther. He's about to pass. Apparently, he was suffering in silence. Didn't tell his family that he was sick. And as it starts, Shuri's trying to recreate the heart-shaped herb so that she can give it to her brother and bring him back. But he passes. And so that's how the movie basically starts off. And that's how you lead into the beautiful funeral procession. His mom. I mean, it was they it was really good, man. Like, you felt the cast. You felt it, like, yes, it's fictitious, but it was real. The celebration was real. Um, and Shuri Shuri never really believed in the what the plane that they go to when they die. You know, that plays a part in what happens later. But basically, the French and the Americans, somebody, they're looking for the vibranium. And looking for vibranium, their engineer built this machine that can detect vibranium, which is Riri Williams. That's how she comes to the picture. And they use this, and they go down into the sea floor, and they're trying to dig out the vibranium, or locate the vibranium. When they go down there, they come across the Tyler Namor's people. And I thought it was really sick how they made them into like sirens who sing and will bring like pirates crashing their ships and all that type of stuff. Like, they would sing to you, so you're hearing this loud singing going, and the guys just walking off into the water, and they, it was really cool, man. Like, so it's just basically following. They're trying to get to the engineer, because Namor, while Shuri and the mother are talking, he walks up on him and he's like, "Listen, he tells her who he is. I don't know why y'all, are telling people about the vibranium. We should be allies. This. You know what I'm saying?" But the mom is more threatened that this dude just shows up in her kingdom. He was covered in vibranium. Uh, so he gives them basically, you get to go get this engineer, or we wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying? So they try to go get the engineer, find out it's a girl in MIT, Tony Stark's alma mater. And after a little bit of convincing, she comes back to Wakanda. There's a scene which leads to the bridge scene, and they have their first fight, like interaction with Namora's people. I really, really like the blue skin, the way they looked. They were strong, they were fast, they were powerful. The creativeness of how to bring water to land. You got water bombs. They had water bombs. Like a water balloon times 3 million, bro. That joke was like the boosh explode. That joke was tight, son. And there's another background story where the queen is basically saying she don't want Shuri to basically leave out of Wakanda, but the head of what's my girl? I forgot her name. I'm sorry. Too many names, too many movies, too many shows. But the head one, of the women army people, Okoye, she takes basically tells the queen like she's okay. I'll take her, get her out of here, give her some space. Need some space to clear her head. But when she did that, and she basically lost her to Nemours people, they took her. They was riding on killer whales. That's how you pull up. Could you imagine? You tell Shorty, yeah, meet me over by in the Ocean City. Ocean City, come. Where you at? Oh, here I come. You coming over the waves in the back on a sea lion? I don't know, but that was tight because killer whales are some of my favorite sea animals, to be honest. Thanks, Free Willy. Love that movie. So it was really cool, man. They were strong. They was powerful. It was good fighting, good action. But it's a story that's weaved perfectly. Ultimately, Namor kills the queen, and when that happens, when he kills the queen, when he kills the queen, it's like, damn, right then that it's about to hit the fan. They're working with the one agent, the white agent, and they're he's trying to tell them what's going on. Valentina, whatever, all these names I can't fucking remember. Contessa or whatever. She's in this movie, which kind of leads to how we're gonna get to New World Order, which kind of leads to General Ross recasting of what's his name, Harrison Ford, and the rumor that he will be the president. So that makes sense of why it will be Captain America New World Order, because now you got the Red Hulk, General Ross running the country, which may lead to them trying to go after Wakanda, which may lead to a Civil War too. Never know. Because there wasn't just one Civil War. And with the characters and things now, especially if they start going after them again, there's a different type of pantheon of people now who have different ideologies or where they will probably stand with or against. Obviously, you got like Bucky, who's a thunderbolt. You got different guys with skills who are thunderbolts. Taskmaster. I don't know what they're going to do with Abomination, but he's with Doctor Strange in them. So does he eventually get over there to the Thunderbolts, or because Contessa has super power, so maybe she rose up on him somewhere, Kamar-Taj. She's like, how you get here? He's like, I can get anywhere. You need to come with me, or you're going to, maybe threaten him somehow. But I'm curious. So, anyways, again, I could go through the whole movie, but it was a week ago. I just know once the mother was killed, it was like, okay. He drowned her while she tried to save Riri Williams, but she did save her, and she died. So it's like, wow, they went that route. Like, it's one thing to lose T'Challa, but then y'all went and put moms on it too. Oh man, Wakanda. She has so much. The women, the warriors, they have so much swag. Like in the beginning when they captured the guys and brought them into the United Nations, or whatever, made the guys get on their knees, and they just swag. Like you're not coming to Wakanda to get this vibranium, and if you do, the Dora Milaje will be right there to chop it down. But yeah, ultimately, they was trying to figure out they're smart. Two scientists, engineers, they're smart, trying to figure out how do you beat this guy. Everybody else wears this. He doesn't. They basically figure out that he has to like have water on his skin. He becomes stronger with it. So they're like, okay, let's dry him out. But the fight scene when she finally shows up, and they take basically the way how she even got to be able to replicate the heart-shaped herb is because when Namor captured her and took her down to his place, she asked to see the kingdom. He took her down and showed the kingdom, beautiful kingdom. He gave her a bracelet that his mom had, and that bracelet was able to basically replicate because it came from like I can't, but replicate. It did what the heart-shaped herb would have done because it comes from this plant or something. So she becomes Black Panther. She's mad because when she does go into the astral plane or the world place, she's not where T'Challa went. She's in the throne room, and that's when my boy Killmonger's there. They have this really nice conversation. She wakes up. She's upset that she didn't go to the planes, so she doesn't think it works, and she hits something, and it explodes. Poof! Shoots back, and so that's how she became Black Panther. She gets her suit, which is crafted similarly to Michael B. Jordan's character because that's who she had seen in the afterlife or in the planes, and then they go to war. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, okay. She got lucky. She beat him. That's because she dried him out. It was a really good fun fight scene. I enjoyed it. Again, I was happy she didn't kill him. But I'm gonna be honest with you. When that scene right before Namor and them pull up and they're like, all right, we're going to stop this, blah, blah, blah. The Dora Milaje is about to die. Okay? Just want to let y'all know Wakanda was not about to be forever because that ship, there was like 300 of them blue people in that junk, and it was just the little handful of Dora Milaje people on the edge of the. They're lucky, and they can celebrate the W, long term. But if they only knew what was on you literally like if he commands the sea is 70%. You know how many people? Like, like if a country goes to war, they only have a certain amount of people on this one area. Like, he could like summon so many people to one space with like if water. Say you're in California, bro. He can bring everybody right to your depths, like right to your land. He could bring 10,000 people quick. That's crazy. That's if he has that many, but I'm sure he does because they've been around for so long. Overall, and then at the end, the perfect tats in that T'Challa Jr. So that's something to look forward to in the future. But man, I just thought the movie was really good because I was not the Shuri fan. I like Shuri. I wasn't sure if she could be the Black Panther. I can honestly say that she was really good. I really enjoyed the movie, the characters, the storyline, the tribute to Chadwick. It's really good, very well done. Like I said, I'm curious about this future now. Now that there's a rumor that General Ross is going to win the presidency. which makes sense why the New World Order is what it's called, and Armor Wars and all this stuff. So this whole thing could take and it's really cool because on one front you have the multiversal type of thing, but then you still have stuff that's happening right here, like right now. Yeah, I know the multiverse thing is ridiculous. I know it's a lot of stuff going on, but for the people that's not fighting in that one, they can deal with the stuff here. This is gonna be really interesting. I'm even more so now hearing that the General Ross is gonna be president. I'm just very curious. Like, oh, so what y'all want to do with that? General Ross becoming president, and he's got Red Hawk, but they don't know because remember in the comic books there was nobody knew who Red Hawk was, like, and eventually it was revealed that it was General Ross. But maybe like we know, but like the public wouldn't know that it's the president. By the time you will find out, it's basically like Donald Trump. Like, hey, he's already in office. What you gonna do? Impeach him? You gonna impeach the Hawk? Yeah, okay, he'll go in there and kill you. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. Thunderbolts, New World Order, Armor Wars, possible Black Panther 3. Black Panther could now peep this because they kind of set it up. Namor is like, you know, he explains why he basically bend the knee to Wakanda. He wants allies. He wants to take over the world. Yo, Wakanda and them versus the world would be dope. Could you imagine? Yo, honestly, that would be a fight. See, that could be a Civil War too, right? You got the Wakandans and you got the Namor's people, Talokan people against the Avengers, the Thunderbolts. That would be dope. Would it? Yeah, because it's technically like it'll be, the Dora Milaje, basically Black Panther, Namor and his people against I would watch that. That would be cool. We need another Civil War. That would be a good one. And then some of the ones who don't agree, they would side, and maybe that's how Namor kind of sees that he doesn't have to just be so specific to his own people. Maybe I don't know. I'm just guessing, but I'm curious, man. Really looking forward to it. So I went to go and see Smile. I took Kennedy to go see this movie. I just wanted to put the pictures of the people smiling up. Makes you laugh. I honestly like the movie, but I spent a lot of time laughing watching this movie. I was cracking up. I'm sorry. The movie was funny. Like, basically, the woman who she's like what's the people? Not a doctor, a counselor type of person, talking to people. And she has this one patient who is basically telling her like she's seeing people smiling at her. It's like this thing that's trying to get her. And she's basically like, no, it's all in your mind type of thing. And then she watches the girl like freak out, falls on the ground, kind of like dies. She gets on the phone calls. When she turns around, the girl's standing up, smiling. This girl actually just standing there smiling. And as she's standing there smiling, she takes a knife and just cuts herself across the face, neck, and just drops and dies. Now, that's basically, it's like the story of the movie is that this creature, this entity, demon, whatever, it's like it wants people to see, okay, so it'll take over you and then it'll kill itself. But it needs somebody to watch it kill himself for it to be like It Follows. Like you had to have sex to pass this. You had to watch the suicide for this thing to keep going, because they end up finding a pattern that every person that got it, suicide, the person, then they realized there's one guy that he beat it, but he was charged for murder. And he's like, listen, the only way that you're going to beat this is you basically got to kill somebody. It's either you kill somebody or it gets you, right? Now, the girl's going crazy. She's going crazy. Is this one scene where she thinks that she's getting this little boy a train set for her sister's party. Oh, that's her sister's, her nephew. Getting him a toy. And he goes to open it. He opens it, and it's her missing dead cat, right? So she's flipping out. Like, people like, what the hell? She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's not what it meant. It was not supposed to be this way. Oh my goodness, who did this? I don't know how I got it there. I didn't do this. Oh my goodness, Rodney King. And like, she sees, like, she'll see the person or somebody just smiling. So she sees the person, and like falls flat back through a glass table, got all this stuff in her arms. So she's going crazy, basically. And the people, it's very funny. It's funny to see these people just smiling, like this lady. This is so, like, it can appear as anybody at once. This was like her counselor, like her. Wasn't she? It's funny that people that counsel people have people that counsel them. So she's getting counseled by this lady, which is this lady, and like the smile person will come as the person and have a full-fledged conversation with you. And then all of a sudden you'll get a phone call from the same person who's basically saying the same words that they're saying. And then you realize as you're looking, they're just like I don't know. Whatever goofy smile. I, I don't I don't know. How do you make like a real creepy haunted? I guess I gotta like feel some type of way, like that joke had me laughing. That movie was funny. So basically, at the end, the girl finally finds somebody who actually believes her crap. And to stop this thing, it like basically needs to die alone in a sense. Or when it is about to kill itself, you look away, right? Especially if you know that is how you beat the thing, right? You would know that if I watch this, then I'm going to be it. So at the end, the smile thing finally catches up with the girl. And it shows this very disgusting depiction of it leaving the one person's body and going into her mouth. And then, so he stands there. He comes in, he sees the girl holding a can over her head. She doused herself with gasoline. She turns around, she's got the smile, and she has a lighter. Now, right then, as soon as she just said, I'd have turned around and walked out. Nope, he watched it. So now it lives on. So that was Smile. But I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, but it was funny. I did see it was getting all these great, all these great star ratings and stuff. I'm like, I mean, it was cool. It was cool. I was telling him, it was like you would have thought I'd seen a movie. I was explaining to my daughter when everything is about to happen. Like, oh, here, this is about to happen. Boom. Oh, they're going to be right here behind them. Oh, they're going to. I've seen too many movies, scary movies. They're not scary anymore. But I did like the movie Smile. So, I mean, you can wait for it to come out, though. But it was funny. I like this poster, too. What's next? Nope. That's Manifest. I'll do that later. I went and I watched this movie called The Stranger. Interesting. It's basically this guy. I like this poster too because on one side, on the left side is the cop, on the right side is the killer. But basically, the movie's about the cop is undercover and they're trying to get this killer to trust him to basically find out where this missing kid is. Missing for like 8 years or so. So it just follows that journey. I'm not even really sure if they explain. If they did, I might have missed it. What business? Like, what did he think he was? because it was like some underground group that was just basically keeping guys, keeping them, giving them work, but they don't have to. It was like some underground type of thing, just kind of moving them, making money, but basically staying out the public eye. And they kept saying like, you got to trust, you got to trust us. We got to know everything. You can't lie about certain stuff. So they asked him eventually I asked him questions about, his past and identities, and he's building up his trust with this guy. Um, and eventually, like, he tells the guys like where he did, what he did, where he did it at, how he picked up the kid, how he killed this kid, how. And at the end of the movie, they basically, as he's standing at the spot telling them this is the spot, all these fans and stuff come out. He just looks so heartbroken. Like, I trusted you. It's a pretty good movie though. I mean, like, a little slower. Ain't gonna be no crazy action or anything, but it's a pretty decent story. The Stranger. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nothing, break your neck open. But if you want to just something to watch, that is something. The Boy 2. I watched The Boy 1. I like The Boy 1. I actually like The Boy 2. The Boy 2 basically, it's like, it's like, is the doll alive or what? So I'm trying to figure that out. But there was somebody living in the house. Is the premise of this one, or something like that. But I mean, again, I should have been there. This review, I can't remember. I have to go back. I remember the movie, but then I don't. I just know the doll is at a new house. The son is always talking to the doll. The doll is telling him to do things. The doll looking around. He's there 1 second, he's gone the next. Typical doll stuff. But I think ultimately somebody was living in the house named Brahms. That's how the dog got his name or something. But I know. I'll give a better review. I gotta go back and watch it. I can't remember, man. It's 20 freaking. I do know. I just watched. Where is it? Where is that movie at? That ain't it. Did I exit out before it was here? Oh yeah, here it is. So I came across this movie on accident. I never watched Lost Bullet 1, but now I got to. I don't know, whatever group or situation he's in, they like the people were trying to like kill, was it the families or something, but like, if, like, say they was like MI6, right? And they've been compromised, people going and trying to eliminate them. You know what I'm saying? So the main character, he's just been keeping an eye on like his best friend, his girl. She's basically telling him like, look, I don't need you, do all that. When the police actually don't do it, and he's still doing it, he catches somebody trying to attack her. He just whips the hell out of him. It's a really pretty good movie. That black woman right here too, she fine. Hold on. All right there. Oh yeah, she's not. She probably ain't even black. I mean, she's black, brown skin, but I think it's like Hispanic. A lot of action. Really fun movie. Definitely check out Lost Bullet 2. But if you want the full story, like I need to, because I'll come back and do a second part to this. I'm gonna watch Lost Bullet 1 and then Lost Bullet 2. But Lost Bullet 2 was really good. A lot of action, a lot of fun. I came across this randomly, Piranha. Just wanted to say, Girls Gone Wild meet Shark Jaws. I don't know. It was just breast, and there's one scene. The girls are just underwater, just butt naked. Just, I don't even know what they were doing. Like, are we shooting a porno or are we shooting a mermaid movie? The whole movie was ridiculous. Like, I'm often wondering, like, do guys really act like this? Do we not notice that we act this way because we're men? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. However, it's a fun movie. Not a good movie by any means, but it's a fun movie if you want to watch. And if you're a perv, there you go. You get bunch of titties on your face. Now over to Manifest, because I hate her. I hate this girl so much so. Where is it? Manifest season 4, man. I enjoyed this last season. My man, the father's like completely lost it, looking for his daughter, neglecting his children. Maybe even mad at his son because his son was the reason why his wife was killed, letting the girl in. I gotta get these names because I'm sorry, I can't remember everything. Like Manifest, what is her name? I'm sorry, I just can't stand her, but I gotta see her name. Okay, you got Ben, Mickey, Grace, Jared. All right, gotcha. Zeke, Zombie. Who am I talking about? Angelina. Oh my goodness, I can't stand her. And I love Zombie. She is a fine woman. Yes, indeed. But basically Manifest season 4, man, it picks right up. You know, they're trying to reach the Collins again. It's like the Collins are coming back. They're looking for his daughter who was stolen. This woman been raising his kid, turning her against the father. She thinks that the daughter is like some divine being that she's connected to. It's a really good season. I know his son, his sickness starts coming back. Zeke takes his sickness, like, you know, Zeke's power is like empath, so he can feel what you feel. And so he'll take people's feelings and that will start to affect him. Like if he takes your anger, now he's super angry. Like he gets these waves of emotions of different things. Like he was dealing with some guy who was an alcoholic and he took that from him, and then he himself relapsed and got back in alcohol. So it was a really good show. It like touches over a lot of different things. Jared finally is getting some booty on the side. The daughter, you know, the daughter and her boyfriend comes back, and they're basically trying to solve this riddle of the call-ins and everything, and it's just really an interesting show. I'm curious to see how this ends. It seems like Zeke gave his life to save Kyle. Zeke's character grew on me. I wasn't a big fan of Zeke. I wanted Jared and Mickey to get back together, but Zeke turned out to be pretty good, man. So I was a little upset that they took him like that. But I hate this girl, Angelina. She won't die. Every time she has a chance to die, she won't do it. She just won't do it. She refuses to die. And she's a horrible person. When it came to a point where she had used this, I forgot, stone or whatever, to manifest his wife, basically trying to give the daughter over to the girl who stole her. And when he said, listen, just put the daughter in the middle and let her choose who she's going to, because he eventually got his daughter back. So she's like, come to mommy. Not her mom, for real. She's like, come to mommy. So the girl's like, no, I want to stay with daddy, right? So dad picks her up. He gets out of there. She shoots at him. Oh, I thought you loved the girl so much. Would you take a shot at her? Like, it was just, I couldn't stand her, man. She was a Bama. She was a Bama. And it's like she just kept coming back. I'm like, young. Every time I thought she was done, nope. And then the stupid black guy who always want to help her out, he's some fake prophet. He blows me too. Somebody to punch him in his head, looking like Most Def's cousin. Anyways, but I like Manifest. Curious to see exactly where that goes in the coming part 2 season. I was watching a couple of documentaries. Killer Sally. You know, this is an interesting one. I mean, she's out of jail now, but her story it's an interesting story. It's an interesting story because the guy, he's a bodybuilder, black guy. And bodybuilding steroids always creates like anytime I've heard of people taking steroids, it never ends well. It's roid rages and fights, and so she did amateur bodybuilding, and she eventually became like an amateur wrestler, and there was a lot of there was a lot of cheating in the relationship. There was a lot of violence in the relationship. The kids had to watch a lot of stuff, but like it came down to the end where she says that he was choking her because he was always putting his hands on her. He was choking her, and she had went and got the shotgun and shot him. She did went to jail for it, for that. And it's just like they were saying that trying to argue she had the, what's the abuse, the syndrome, like what's it called? I forgot. Woman, woman, some syndrome. Beating one woman, something. You know what I'm saying? Like the courts was basically like, nope, she can't use that defense. She ended up doing all that time. Like if there is people who can vouch and say, I seen her with bruises, I seen her being attacked. The laws don't make sense. Where the self-defense, like, but then this guy's defending him like, hey, he wasn't like that. But it's like, how do you know when you're not in the house? You can't tell me the kids are saying this dude used to beat the crap out of him. Like, sometimes I think that the lawyers don't do their job correctly. They didn't present that. You need to have the kids when they're explaining what's going on in the house. Why are we having anybody else who lives outside of the house talking about, okay, yeah, you can talk on his character, but what happens inside the house? Talk to the children. He's getting beat. They're getting this. The mom's being choked out. Like, I felt for her. It's not self-defense when you take more than one shot. And she shot him once, I think in his back or something. Then she shot him the second time in his face. She called the police. She had a shotgun, sawed-off. So, he died. But it's like they really made her seem like she was this violent woman. And I mean, she was just like anybody else. Like some dude slapped her son. So when she got back home and he told her, she went over there and beat the guy up. Or her husband was going out cheating. So she would call the girls and say, if I see you at the gym, I'm gonna slap your face. That's normal. That's normal reactions. Like, that doesn't make somebody any violent because she's protecting her marriage. Hey, this is my husband. If I catch you talking to my husband again, I'm gonna come and whip that ass. That's real. That's anybody that do that. Hey, stop calling my wife, bruh. Or I'm gonna come find where you at, and I'm gonna strangle you with your nose hairs. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody will respond that way. Now everybody's gonna be like, oh well, it's okay. Go ahead and have sex with this guy. I don't care. Have fun. And make her come for me too. Like what? But then it's like you put the abuse. This woman was being clearly beaten up, but there's no remorse. There's no like. Now, what is a woman supposed to do? If I show you a picture of the dude, what is she supposed to do to him? If he had 5 steroids in his body at that time, and he's choking her. And once she gets loose, he go back to go frying his chicken. What is she supposed to do? What's she supposed to do? The only thing she can do is shoot him. Now, she should have just shot him once. I'm just letting you know. Your self-defense goes out the window when you shoot more than one time. Unless you shoot that one time, the person takes the impact and keep coming at you. Then, you know, which needs to be on proof, video proof, unless they can somehow tell through forensics that after he was shot, he kept coming at you. Because if they can't, you're going to jail. I'm just trying to tell you. Anybody try that? Oh, self-defense. Self-defense is one shot. When you shoot 2, 3, 4 times, they're going to charge you for murder. Okay? Now, I'm not no police officer. I'm not working the CSI crime unit. I ain't a detective. This is just watching TV. You just watch it. Just watch. I mean, like, do y'all pay attention to you watch? One shot is all you get. Okay? All right. But pretty good documentary. 3 episodes. In and out. Speaking of which, another one. Sins of Our Mother. This is fairly new. I may have missed this. I feel like I'm not. I think I've heard about it. But there's so many murderers. There's so many killers. I can't remember all the time. Okay? This is a crazy story. Sins of Our Mother. Let me leave this up. This is crazy. This woman was married multiple times. But she ends up meeting one guy, good guy, nice guy. And she thought she's one of these Christian. I mean, no. Not Christian. She was LDS, Latter-day Saints. But she's a Jesus freak. Okay? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with religion. Some people take it way too far. She's one. This guy who was giving her everything that she wanted in life, she said he wasn't on her spiritual level. He's already trying to change his life, stop drinking, all this stuff. Not good enough. She ends up reading some book, this clown guy who thinks he's some prophet and he can see the light and darken people. All right. So basically, she gets him killed. She gets her husband killed. Her brother kills him. They said self-defense, which I don't get how you say self-defense. He shot him 4 times. Okay? Find out that the guy's girl was murdered a few months before. Okay? Then you turn around and she had 3 kids, but 2 lived with her. The other one had his own family. They go missing. Where they at? Her brother basically turns up dead. Kids turn up dead. And she is like, and you know what's crazy? This is what I be talking about. I'm going to do a podcast about how people, naturally, we're selfish and how we need reminders just to remember to do the little things that we should remember to do as just good friends and family members. But the man was reaching out to him saying, your mom is tripping. She thinks this. She's saying she's lived many lives. She thinks that she's a god. And the son's like, hey, man, I got my own family to worry about. You're grown. You need to worry about my mom. Y'all figure it out. You see how selfish that is? You see? All he had to do was hear the man out. The man that he called a father figure. All he had to do was hear him out. He sent emails showing all this information. And y'all didn't look at it until after he's dead. And then you go back and look at the emails and you see all the information he was telling you that could have prevented this. We are selfish as people. All we worry about is ourselves. All the time. It's just about us. Oh, I got my own life. I got my own. So what? This man was asking for your help. He was reaching out to you. He was reaching out to your wife. Reaching out to all of y'all. Nobody wanted to listen to the man until he's dead. Now, let's go look at the emails. Oh my God, it was right here. Yeah, right there. But you were so busy. That's what pissed me off. I got kids too. I got family too. But I got a few minutes to hear what the hell you got to say. Like, that's the stuff about people that it blows me. You need a Veterans Day to remember the veterans. You need a Valentine's Day to remember to love somebody. You need a birthday to remember to call your friends. Y'all lame. Why can't you just call your friends because it's Tuesday? Why can't you love your kids because it's every day? Why can't you treat your woman good just because that's what's the right thing to do. But no, we need Valentine's. No, we need Veterans Day. No, we need Happy Birthday. No, we need a New Year's. Oh, we need Christmas. Oh, we need Thanksgiving to know that we need to sit down and eat with our families. Oh, what the fuck? It's lame. And I'm going to do a podcast about that shit because this is a perfect scenario and situation where all you had to do was take your own head out your own ass for a couple of seconds and listen to the man who's married to your mom, who you yourself call the father figure, and not only would he be alive, your fucking brother and sister would be alive. I know that eats at him. It has to. If it doesn't, he's weird. He's weird. This man was reaching out to him. Go watch the show. Oh man, I'm worried about my family. I got my own thing. And the man gets murdered. And your sister and brother murdered. And all you had to do was just listen. For fucking 5 to 10 minutes, could have saved everybody. Instead, now she's in jail. Now he's in jail. Now there's 4 to 5 people dead. And what do you have outside of your wife and your daughter? What do y'all got? Your family's ruined. Whole family ruined. That's stupid to me. So while I do feel for him, and I had a lot of empathy and sympathy for him, it's like, dude, all you had to do was stop being selfish for 2 seconds. It wasn't about you all the time. He was literally reaching out like, yo, something's going on here. Your mom is losing it. Oh, no, man, it ain't my problem. It's your mother. I wish somebody would call me about my mom. Hey, man, your mom tripping. She is? Let me call her. Hey, mom, what's going on? I've heard you tripping. You all right? I would never, if I was him, I would never, ever speak to him, his mother again, if I was him. Then she goes to the courthouse. She don't look at the kids. She smile at her family, like smirk, like, eh. She all locking eyes with the guy, all dreamily, walk past her son. Let me tell you something. Once they'd have found them bodies, I'd have talked to her on the phone in jail. I said, I want you to hear this. F you, I hate you. And I hung up. She'd never heard from me again. I mean, ultimately, when you're locked up and you can't never see or speak to this guy again, you're going to think about the family that just told you F off. That's going to hurt you more. Because for some reason, you were so locked in on this man that you missed the point. You got to stop putting your significant others over your children, bro. Okay? They're either on the equal plane or you put your kids up. Sorry, no offense. And then they get right up under there. But stop putting these people that aren't the parents of these children above your children, bro. Stop doing that. This is what other story that I see where that happened. Just keep putting Killer Sally. Killer Sally loved this dude so much. He was beating her kids. He was choking her, breaking her arms, breaking her nose, busting her eye sockets. But guess what? She stayed with him. That is choosing a man over your kids. Now, your kids have to grow up 20 years without their mother. When you should have left him the first time he hit you. He wasn't even working. She was the only person doing anything to supply him with steroids so he can go over there and play Mr. America. Yo, that is like, stop putting these fucking people before your kids, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Anywho, moving on. I watched, where is it? God damn it. Oh, see it in here. I watched Capturing the Killer Nurse. So they got a movie on Netflix called The Good Nurse, but at the same time, they got the Capturing of the Killer Nurse. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather watch the actual factual documentary over the TV show, because the TV show, you're giving me this long, drawn out, dramatic process of, I don't care. Tell me what happened. Get to the end. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, if you don't want to have to watch an over dramatized TV show, you just want to get to the nits and grits, watch this. But basically, and you know what kills me? I gotta say this too. What is up with these serial killers? These guys, basically, in their regular life, they talk all regular. Yeah, Johnny. Oh yeah, I kill people. Oh yeah, I like cheeseburgers. I like milkshakes. And I went to the movies last week. And then as soon as they get caught and they talking on camera, they're like, I don't know who I am. I just get so cold at night. Like, what? Oh, so now you don't have no personality? Oh, now you want to talk as somber and dead sounding as you can, huh? But just last week, you was at the bowling alley drinking a beer. Someone said, woohoo! And had all this personality. Now your ass is caught. Now you the most, um, I try to keep them. No, shut the fuck up. Don't, I wish, if I was a detective, I would say, hold on one second. Let me pause this recording. Let me turn this camera off. Talk like you mean it. You wasn't talking like this a couple of weeks ago. Now because all these guys talk like the Charles Man. All these dudes, go listen to them. They all talk so slow, like they're thinking of every single thing they are saying. And that's how he was talking, pissing me off. Pissing me off. I just wanted to end their misery. Blah blah. Man, shut up. I hate that they do that. That's not how you talk, bro. Talk how you normally would talk any other time. Now you want to act all stoic and deep thinking. Get the hell out of here. So, anyways, he was going around just killing people. What was that Jackson? And he actually gave people paralytic drugs that would paralyze your body, but you can see and experience everything, but also stop you from breathing. So you'll be dying, can't move, can't breathe. That's torture. That's torture. And he sat there and lied. He's been doing it for years, man. That's why I don't want my parents to go to nursing homes or nothing. I worked in nursing homes. I've seen how it is. They're greaseballs. There's nothing. It comes down to money. If you don't got Medicare, they want all your shit. Oh, you long term? Yeah, sign over your everything. Everything. So if you just think about that when you're ready to just dump your parents off at some sham ass nursing home, okay? If you don't got the money or the proper insurance, they're going to want everything. Everything. They're going to point your ass right to the business office and say, head over there. So, interesting movie. Again, people are horrible, I often think that God sits up there and says, damn, this might have been my worst creation. We might have been God's worst creation. Best and yet worst creation ever. Damn, they do so much good, but damn, they do so much more bad. People who are trusted to take care of people are killing them. And the sad thing is, he was so beloved, people have they don't see it. They walking in, he doing illegal shit. You asking him what he doing, and he give you a crap ass explanation, and you just like, well, it is him. So he wouldn't be doing something wrong. He was killing them right in your face. He was killing the man right there, and you saw it and didn't do nothing about it because you didn't know. That's why I ain't pressed to go to no hospital. All right. Hey. As a future warning to Kennedy, Amelia Aya, hey. I'm just, when I get sick, bring my ass home. Okay? I will walk out on my own. I don't give a fuck. Give me the paperwork. I'm signing up out of here. I'm not dying in no hospital. Bring me home, stick a J in my lips, and let me smoke till I die, damn it. All right? You can give me 2 TVs, one with some good action TV horror show, another with some porno. Okay? Let me die the way I want to. Don't judge me. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah. And I think I've went over The Watcher. I really enjoyed The Watcher. I heard they're having a season 2. The Watcher actually follows a real story. I didn't even know that. Hold on. And they gave the names and everything. Hold on. The Watcher is a real story of a couple. Let's see. Buckle up. Close your eyes. Jump back into June 2014. Derek and Maria Brodus just closed on their new home at 657 Boulevard in Westfield, New Jersey. Derek was over at the property doing some renovation work. When he went outside to check the mail, he soon found a white envelope addressed to the new owner, but it wasn't your typical welcome to your neighborhood note. Dearest neighbor, excuse me, is this the actual? Hold on. If you're familiar with the Netflix series, come on, all the time, it couldn't be more perfect. This story packed with creepy twists and turns and spooky, a little context. Okay, so this is the real thing. All right, so they sent in a letter, dearest new neighbor at 657 Boulevard. Allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. 657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now, and it approaches its 110th birthday. I've been put in charge of watching and waiting for a second coming. My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s, and my father watched in the 1960s, and now it's my time. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies in the walls of 657 Boulevard? Why are you here? I will find out. This sounds like what I heard in the damn movie. I mean, the TV show. Maybe they did take the actual totally normal and fine and cool, right? Well, it got extra creepy when the letter went on to scold the Brothers for renovating the house and said that they were being watched by the couple's 3 children, which the letter writer was thrilled about because they'll ask the Woods to bring them young blood. Do you need to fill the house with young blood? I requested. Better for me. Was your old house too small for the growing family, or was it greed to bring me your children? Once I know their names, I will call to them and draw them to me. The author then ended the letter with extremely creepy welcome my friends, welcome to my party, or let the party begin, and assigned the watcher. Derek called the police and contacted the couple who had sold him the house. The sellers admitted that they also got a letter from the watcher a few days before they moved out, making similar claims about observing the house. So it's like, well, it's basically what you saw in the movie. I mean, the TV show. It's almost like reading this, Joe. It went on to say eerie AF things like, I walked by the news trucks when they took over my neighborhood and mocked me. I watched as you watched from the dark house and attempt to find me. Telescopes and binoculars are wonderful inventions. And then it's straight up threatening revenge. Maybe a car accident, maybe a fire, maybe something as simple as a mild illness that never stops, never seems to go away, but makes you feel sick day after day after day after day after day. Maybe the mysterious death of a pet loved one suddenly died. Planes and cars and bicycles crash, bones break. The Broaduses kept renting the house out until they sold it in 2019 for $400,000, less than they paid in 2014. I would love to know, hey, young, let's take a road trip. Let's ride up to 657. We got the address. We know where it's at. It's in New Jersey. I'm down. I'm down to go. I'm down to go 657. Let me hurry up and wrap this up. Can the Lakers turn around? I don't know. I have no clue. But I hope that we can at least get 5 and 10, win these next 2, and then we just start slowly breaking it down. We're going to take, this is Ricardo's picks for tonight. He's going to take Green Bay over Tennessee. I'll do the same. He's going to take Atlanta over Chicago. I'm going to take Chicago over Atlanta. He's going to take Buffalo over Cleveland. He's going to take Philly over Indianapolis. He's going to take the Jets over New England. He's going to take New Orleans over Rams, Giants over Detroit, Baltimore over Carolina, Washington over Houston, Vegas over Denver, Minnesota over Dallas, Cincinnati over Pittsburgh, Kansas City over Chargers, San Francisco over Arizona. That's Carter's picks for today. I'll bring mine later, but I agree. Titans will lose tonight. I heard they pulled a lot of starters and stuff like that, so we'll see. Lakers turn around. Like I said, one game at a time. I'm not into overthinking this. The Lakers are what they are. But with that being said, guys, appreciate y'all for hanging with your boy. I got to get more consistent. I got a lot more content coming. I'm gonna be putting it out. So y'all be safe. Y'all stay easy, and y'all smoke weed. Peace, my ninjas. Go see Black Panther. Go see it. Go see